Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cameras and Coffee, where we're going to talk about some very big and very exciting news in the film world. And while we do that, I will be drinking oh dear, I forgot the name of the roaster. Stumphouse El Injerto Bourbon from Guatemala. Big camera film industry news. I saw on the Old Camera Guys YouTube channel, that's where I found out about this, that Kodak is going to release Gold 200 in 120 format. And it's going to be, according to Digital Camera World, I'll link this article, it's going to be 25% cheaper than Portra, at least that's what the article's title says. I don't have any reason to disagree with that. The prices on Freestyle look that way. So the article's by Sebastian Oakley. So, literally Saturday, I was editing photos that I had taken at the same event. I used my Minolta XK, the Minolta 28mm f3.8 for a roll of Kodak Gold and a roll of Portra 160. And Kodak Gold is a film that I started off thinking, I really don't want to do an all about film about this. This is last fall when I bought my first roll. Really don't want to do a video about this, but people ask for it. I kind of just lumped Gold and Ultramax in the same bucket, and Ultramax is a film I am not in any way, shape, or form a fan of. And then I used Gold a few times. I was like, wow, this is a really good film. Flash forward to Saturday, and I am editing Gold right next to Portra, and realizing I like Gold more than Portra. And thinking to myself, I really want Gold to come out in 120 and sheet film. I said, if this comes out in larger formats, this is going to be fantastic. Probably never will, because who on earth would buy Portra if they can buy Gold in 120, or hopefully maybe someday, if we're lucky enough, sheet film formats. The next day, I saw the announcement that it was coming out in 120. So, I was all geared up to have the Kodak Gold All About Film ready in, Orca 5207 GP3 Gold. I think that was the order they were going to be. This I don't think this will really push that timeline back, but at any rate, I am definitely getting my hands on this. So according to Freestyle's website, Gold 200 should be in inventory on April 8th. I signed up to be notified when it's in stock. This is the 200 specifically, the 120 rather specifically. And I don't know if that date's, gospel or absolutely written in stone or whatever, but that was the date that they estimated it would be in stock on their website. I walked across the street to Mike's Camera and sup Connor, and they don't have it in stock yet, but they will be stocking it. So I have to imagine that any place that has Kodak film products will be stocking this. I gotta imagine that this is going to be huge for Kodak, because Gold is turning into one of my favorite color films exceedingly quickly. Actually, I would say it is probably already my favorite color film. And the only thing really stopping me from being my go-to color film has been the lack of its availability in formats other than 35mm. So this is nothing shy of thrilling news. So other exciting news in the film industry. We are chock full of it this week. I don't have an article specifically for this, but CineStill is releasing a 400 ISO film in 120 and 35mm formats. I think it's a daylight balanced film. And that's great, by the way, because there's been a huge gap in CineStill's lineup from 50 ISO to 800. They did have the black and white 250, but they don't have anything color between very slow and kind of fast, right? So really excited at the 400 ISO coming out. I don't know what film it is. I don't know if it's, I suspect, in keeping with CineStill's approach, that it's probably a repurposed Kodak Vision stock, which would make Vision 250D a very likely contender. No confirmation on that, speculation on my part. But I am really glad to see that CineStill is expanding their film offering. In line with that, CineStill also announced, I think last week, that they're going to be releasing an at-home slide film chemistry so that slide films can be developed at home more safely. Now, slide film has historically not been the safest film to develop without some really good ventilation and respirators and stuff. In fact, one of my friends who's a photography professor related a story that back in the, I think it was the late 80s or early 90s, she had a friend of a friend who was developing, I think it was a slide film at home, didn't have proper ventilation, died from the fumes. So the chemistry today, I am certain, is significantly better and safer, but that CineStill is releasing something that can be used at home for slide film is very, very exciting. I look forward to, at some point, next time I get an opportunity to shoot slide film, to developing some of it on my own. So, 3 very, very exciting announcements from the film world. And to me, honestly, that Kodak Gold coming out in 200 ISO Kodak Gold 200 coming out in 120 format is, I think, the most exciting film news I've seen in quite some time, because it really shows that Kodak is expanding their existing products, which shows that there's an interest in their products. And that's a very, very good thing for a company to be in this niche little market that everyone has been saying for years, is it dead? Do they still even make film? And anytime there's an expansion of the film marketplace, whether it's a new product like Color Mission or CineStill 400, or an expansion of a product line like we're doing, like Kodak is doing with Gold, it's very, very exciting, because it means there is growth going on in this artistic format that we all very much love and enjoy using. So I am really looking forward to getting my hands on about 10 or 15 rolls of the Kodak Gold in 120 and shooting it in different formats, and then getting that all about film out, because I will miss using Kodak Gold 200 as I move on to other films after this. It is a really, really stunningly good film. So exciting news in that front. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you in the next Cameras and Coffee. What is that look about? Oh, I forgot. No one loves you, isn't that right? No one loves Steinbeck. He just wants everybody to know that. He is the most unloved dog in the history of dogs. Take care.